This right here is the Arri Trinity. It's a $50,000 gimbal used in big Hollywood productions. It's a really advanced gimbal and a really cool thing, but unfortunately I didn't have a spare 50 grand laying around. That's where this guy comes in. This is the Arri Minity, or the peasant Arri Trinity, or however you want to call it. And the nice thing about this is instead of 50 grand, it comes around $500 for the glide cam plus the gimbal. So what this essentially does, instead of just a gimbal has 3-axis stabilization. You have the pan axis, you have the raw axis right here, and of course you have the tilt axis for up and down. And with all these three, it's like really stabilized when filming with this. The one thing that I haven't mentioned is the up and down stabilization, because it doesn't have it. Most of these gimbals don't have up and down stabilization, and that's where this comes in. If you combine the two, you're like Thanos with all the Infinity Stones. You're like the most powerful being on Earth. So yeah, it's a really cool thing if you combine them both, because you have the 3-axis stabilization with the frictionless handle that eliminates the bobbing up and down. And the cool thing is that thing is so long that you can go from like down below to really high up like instantly, and it looks really sick because with the added weight it just goes so smooth. So here's a comparison with a running scene I did. One is with only the gimbal and one is with the gimbal plus the Steadicam. So one thing that you can see is the Steadicam with the gimbal is really smooth with like not going up and down. But one problem that I had, like that I really struggled with, is while running I really needed to hold the Steadicam really well, otherwise the camera with the gimbal would go like sideways. And as you can see, it was really hard to do because it still has like the shocks going sideways, and I went to the DJI settings to like make it even more smooth. I think it was like on the smoothest setting because yeah, or I just don't understand the program. But I know it's possible to have like a good shot. I just really didn't have enough time to experiment with that. So yeah, it's a really sick thing. It just takes a little bit more time to set up. If you practice with this, and like although it looks a little bit goofy, like just homemade, it could be a really good tool. And just like having two tools put together to make an ultimate tool for like a kind of low price. So yeah, that's really cool, and I'll definitely use that more because that thing is just so sick to hold. Like you can get into places where you can go with the gimbal, and it's just really cool how long that thing is and all the things you can do with it. So yeah, that's all for this video. One thing that I wanted to try is get your video ideas, like just throw out some ideas, some things that you want me to do, some challenge, some camera challenges or anything like that. So yeah, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.